Growing up, I was captivated by the enchanting world of The Little Mermaid. It was a world that was full of music, love, adventure, and of course a triumphant, happy ending. So of course, as you can imagine, when the new Little Mermaid came out this year, my inner child was ecstatic to watch this classic with a new face. But as I rewatched as an adult and businesswoman, I realized this was not a love story at all, y'all. This was actually the story of a woman asserting her voice. You see, she believed that by giving up her voice, she would get her one true desire, the prince's heart. However, what she didn't realize was that her voice was a unique part of her identity. In the end, she has to fight fiercely to reclaim her voice from the clutches of the sea witch, and it is only then, after reclaiming her voice, that she gets the success she was striving for, the love of her life. Now this resonated with me deep. I have watched so many friends and family members and clients and students give up their authentic voice for their idea of success, whether it was love or family or corporate world or entrepreneurship. So today, we're gonna talk about Ariel's journey and the relevance of that for business leaders and the challenges they face in the business landscape. How do we reclaim our voice? How do we know how to stand confidently on a stage in a small room or a large one and talk about ourselves and our business? I propose to you all the journey of the 3 Ps. Personal, purposeful, professional. Or as I like to say, being purposeful in my personal allows my professional to be purposeful. So first you have to start with the first P, which is personal. This is you, learning about you. You have to know your source. So you have to ask yourself questions. What type of leader am I? What are my values? What are my beliefs? Now these questions are essential because they lay the framework for your voice and your actions on how you plan to interact with potential consumers and employees. It also builds your vision and your mission that you need to be revisiting on a regular basis. Now when you understand your authentic self, you can move into the second P, purposeful. Because having those answers makes sure that you are not only operating from a purposeful place, but an authentic one. Your purpose now becomes your actual anchor, and it ensures that you are operating in alignment with who you said you are and who you know you've called to be. When you have your authentic self and you are armed with a sense of purpose, you can move into the third P, professional. And this is where the magic happens. Ooh, when the magic happens, you all. When you have those 2 things, you can now show up inside of your professional life authentically and confidently, so much so that you can now actually encourage potential consumers, employees, and anyone else you are meant to have impact and influence over to be the same. Authenticity is the #1 thing that you need in order to properly arm yourself and your voice for business. Just as Ariel had to reclaim her voice to create a world where more people and humans can coexist, you all can reclaim your voice to be able to create the brand, the industry, and ultimately the impact that you desire. Now, if you're curious on how do I get to go through these 3 Ps, the journey of the 3 Ps with Miss LaShandra Johnson, I want you to text PITCH IT, that's PITCH space IT to 85100. May you be blessed on your journey.